and welcome back to my small little library. Today I'm gonna do a tech video, and the day this video is going up, this Wednesday, is my birthday, and so I thought, why not do a tag to get to know me better. And so I got actually tagged by the Grim Reader like a month ago or so for the Get to Know Me in 25 Questions tag, and I didn't have like an opportunity to do it then because it didn't quite fit with the stuff I was uploading. But I thought, as I'm gonna upload a video on my birthday anyway, I thought, why not do one where you can get to know me a little bit better and a little bit further than just my reading taste and seeing my face. And so yeah, I thought, why not? I'm gonna link the Grim Reader down below, and I'm also gonna link the creator of the tag, just so you can watch their video, because I mean they did the tag originally. But yeah, let's start with the first question. The first question is, what's your channel about? And my channel, I mean, it's called Bookish Franzi. It's obviously about books, because that is one of my biggest hobbies, and I just love reading. I'm also a big gamer, but yeah, I think I would take books any day over video games, and so yeah, I did the channel because of that, just because I wanted to talk about books with other people, and I really enjoy it. Then the second question is, how old are you? And this is quite fitting, because I'm gonna upload this on my birthday, and I'm actually turning 28 on the 26th of October this year. So yeah, not quite 30. A lot of people tell me that I look a lot younger, especially if I'm not wearing any makeup, so yeah, quite happy to at some point reach an age where I hopefully also look like an adult. The third question is, what's your relationship status? And I actually got married this summer. My relationship is like 9 years long now or something, so yeah, I'm actually in quite a nice, happy relationship at the moment, and I'm really happy about that. I think it can be quite hard in this day and age to find like stable relationships, and I'm really happy that I found a person that just accepts me for who I am and loves me the way I am. Question 4, did you go to college, and what is your occupation? And I actually did go to college, to university, but I failed my bachelor's thesis, and because I was quite ill at the time and I didn't know what illness it was at the time, and I just couldn't leave my house really. And I tried writing it, but I failed miserably, and afterwards I just stopped my university education because I didn't think it would be sensible to continue it. And I then did like I don't know, I don't think you have a word for it in English, because it doesn't exist in America, for example. But in Germany you can do like a 3 years training, so you go to school and then you have the practical part, like 50-50, and after that you've learned the job. And I've actually did that, it's called an Ausbildung, and I actually did that for programming. So I currently work as an app programmer or a front-end developer, like both kinda, for a small little local company where I live. And yeah, I'm happy enough with that job. Where are you from, and where do you live? I'm actually from Germany, and I'm coming, like I was born in NRW, North Rhine-Westphalia, and I'm currently living in Berlin. So I moved quite far away from my family inside of Germany. I mean, Germany isn't the biggest country, so for the people in America I probably didn't move very far, but for Germany I've moved quite a bit away from my family. But yeah, I enjoy living in Berlin, but my partner and I, we do plan on moving to the countryside at some point in our life, just because it's quite hard to own animals in the city because they don't allow you to own a lot of animals, and yeah, we would like to have like a small little patch of country where we could raise some animals. Question 6. Looking back, what would you tell your 10-year-old self? And this one, I don't really know. I probably would tell myself to just keep on reading, because I stopped reading for a while. I didn't really have the time, but I also didn't make the time. And I'm quite sad about that, because I do feel like I have to do a lot of catch up with my reading, because I've missed so many releases and stuff, because like whilst I went to university and doing my education, I didn't read at all. And yeah, also like high school age, I also didn't read much, because I didn't like my school, and so I was gaming a lot to just escape that stuff. And yeah, I kind of missed that. And also I think I would tell myself to just keep being myself. I was never really a person that changed itself to be liked by other people, but I would say I could have started earlier to really be myself and to just be okay with being myself. Like, I think my younger self would have liked that. 7. Tell us about your family. There isn't actually a lot to tell about my family. I don't have a lot of contact with most of my family. At some point in life, I came to a point where I was like, you don't have to be friends with someone, or you don't have to talk to someone you wouldn't like just because you're family to them. And yeah, I actually don't enjoy a lot of my family, but I do have a really great relationship with my mother, and she's coming up to see me for Christmas, to go to Christmas markets and stuff, and I'm really happy to see her then. And also my partner also doesn't have a lot of family, so there isn't a lot there. But I do like my mother-in-law quite a lot, and we do a lot together, so yeah. Number 8, what's your favorite holiday? And I'm not much of a holiday person, to be honest. I enjoy Halloween, but in Germany it's not like done a lot. You do get a few kids here and there, but not a lot. And I also enjoy Christmas, but only in like a small circuit. I don't enjoy all of the like, oh, you have to meet everyone of your family and stuff. 9, you have no budget. What would your vacation be? And I have 2 things here. And the first one is, I love amusement parks. My last vacation with my partner was actually to Disneyland Paris, and I love it there. I went my 5th time, I think now, and we went for 5 days, and it was the most amazing time. And so yeah, if I didn't have a budget, I would actually go to, I think it's Florida, correct me if I'm wrong, but where you have like Disney World, and then the studios where like the Harry Potter stuff is, and all of those parks like in one spot, I think. I would really, really love to go there. And if it would be more like a adult vacation, I would actually love to go to Japan. That's a dream of me and my partner, to just visit Japan, see the culture there, do a little bit of like country, seeing temples and the hot springs and stuff like that. It's quite expensive to go to Japan from Germany. Yeah, so if I didn't have a budget, I would go for like a month to Japan. That would make me really, really happy. 10, name your biggest pet peeve. I think actually one of my biggest pet peeves is people who just throw their clothes on the floor. My partner is one of those people, and I hate it. Also, that has to do, I own a dog, and we spend a lot of time outside, and I hate people who want to touch my dog without my permission just because he's a dog, and somehow he should be allowed to touch. I have no idea. I hate it. If your child comes to me and is like, oh, dog, 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 no, hate it, go away. That is, oh, I don't get why parents do that. It's one of the things I hate the most about owning a dog. I love my dogs to bits, but yeah, I hate it. 11. What book changed your life? This is one of those really, really hard questions. I know nowadays the author is quite controversial, but for me Harry Potter was an incredibly big influence on myself and like my imagination and stuff like that. And also from, I think it's a German author called Christopher Marti, and the book is called Lycidas. I don't know if I would like the book nowadays, but it's one of those books that really, really got me into fantasy when I was younger. And yeah, I think those two series, Lycidas is actually also a series, those really impacted me. Also, I don't know, we never were a really religious family, but I grew up Christian, kind of. And so I had my communion, where you get money like as a present, which is why I went there. But I really, really hated the people there, and so I was always in the library from our church. They had like a really, really small little library, and they had the Peanut comics. And oh, I love that. Garfield and Peanuts. I love them. Like, those were the few like comic strip books I've read, and I absolutely loved them, and they really, really helped me get through being there because I was bullied quite a bit there. And so yeah, those actually also really were a big impact on me. Number 12, what simple invention improved the world? I mean, a lot, if you think about where we are now, to be honest. I mean, I'm really, really glad for all the medical inventions, because I don't think I would be alive anymore if medicine wasn't what it is right now. Also, like, I think electricity is one of those really, really big things. I don't know. It's kind of a weird random question, to be honest. Number 13, favorite movies and TV shows. And I've mentioned quite a few times that I'm not much of a movie watcher. In all honesty, I watch the same things over and over again, which, like, probably not the best thing because there's so much out there. But yeah, one of the things that got me through high school and university was Criminal Minds. I just used to love that show. I stopped watching once the story got weird at some point, but yeah. Also, I have to mention them, the Harry Potter films. I really loved them. They're one of those movies, like, if I want to clean or something and I need something in the background, I will put on a Harry Potter movie. I've watched them so many times. Yeah, I'm also, the new Sandman series, really, really love that one. I have a hard time finishing series. I really, really love Doctor Who as well. Sadly, I stopped watching when Jodie Whittaker started being the Doctor, not because of her, but because of her companions. I just didn't mesh well with them. But yeah, I've watched all of the ones before that, except for the really old ones. I never saw Doctor Who until the newer seasons, and yeah, that is also one. The Lord of the Rings movies also go to for me. I really loved, like, the Resident Evil movies and the what it's called, the ones with the vampires. Not Twilight, hated those. But I don't know the name. If I can find it, I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, just so you know. Yeah, I'm all for a lot of crappy movies because I'm just there for entertainment. Yeah, but not the biggest movie buff, to be honest. Ooh, number 14, describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. I would say I'm a little bit like Death from The Sandman. Really love her. Her style and everything. Kind of fitting to me, to be honest. Maybe I'm also a little bit like Ron. Like those third person that is always a little bit awkward in the corner and didn't really come into herself or himself for his character until a lot later in life. The main character from The Starless Sea, I kind of could really see myself in him. That is a character that really, really speaks to me. So if you read those books, maybe you can make a little bit of a picture of my character. Number 15, what was your dream job? For the longest time I actually wanted to work in a zoo. Problem is I'm terribly allergic to cats and Stroh in Germany. Hay? I'm allergic to hay, so I can't go into like a horse facility because I will get terribly itchy and stuff, and yeah, sadly I can't breathe around cats, so that's a huge problem. Kind of ruined my dream job as a child, and to be honest, I know I don't really have a dream job. I would love to be an author, but I'm not really good with language. I mean, you can probably hear that my grammar isn't really the best in English. I'm happy that my English is acceptable, but yeah, I struggle with German. Even though I'm German, I struggle a little bit with English, and so yeah, I try writing now and then, but I think it's kind of always gonna stay a dream job. Yeah, but otherwise I don't really have like dream jobs or anything. I would like to work just by myself. I'm not a big people person, and so that's already making it hard enough to find jobs, so yeah. Question 16, if magic was real, what spell would you learn? Probably levitating stuff, just so I didn't have to pick stuff up to put it somewhere and to make cleaning a lot easier. Also, I would really like to learn Quidditch, if that was an option. 17, share a favorite childhood memory. Why is this tag full of the hard questions? In my household, we weren't allowed to eat candy just when we wanted. Like, we had like a candy cabinet, but we weren't allowed to go there, and we always had to share. I mean, I have 3 siblings, so we always had to share, and I hated sharing my stuff because not everybody wanted the same, and then we had to kind of make up and choose one thing, and in the end nobody would be happy with everything. So yeah, I got to the cabinet where everyone was outside, and I actually stole some candy. I don't know, there are these Haribo strawberry candies. These are like the really, really squishy ones. And I hid under the table and I started eating them, and my grandma actually found me, and she didn't say anything to anyone because I gave her some candy, and she was really nice about it, even though we weren't allowed to do that. I really loved my grandma. She doesn't live anymore, sadly. But yeah, I really loved her, and that's one of my favorite memories of her. Yeah. 18, what is your favorite social media platform and why? And I have to be honest, I'm not the most active person on social media. I do use Instagram quite a bit, and other than that, I do have a Facebook account, but I'm never on there, and I just use it to like remember birthdays pretty much. I don't use Twitter. I actually don't like how everyone is on Twitter to each other. And TikTok, my partner is always on TikTok and he always sends me stuff, which is a nice thing, but I think I would just endlessly scroll through the TikToks, and I really don't want to waste my time with that. So I think I would have to pick Instagram. I mean, why not? I do enjoy nice photos. Our dog also has an Instagram account. So yeah, probably should pick Instagram. 19, if you could pick any book character to spend a day with, who would you pick? And I would actually pick Death from the Sandman novels. Or graphic novels. And just because I really, really love her character and the way just the way her character is, and I really think we would like each other quite a bit, and so I think it would be quite nice to spend a day with her. Number 20, what's your spirit animal? Maybe a snake. Let's just go with that. Number 21, what old person thing do you do? Quite a bit, probably. I I have to be honest, I go to bed quite early. I love to get up so that my actual work day from work is done by like 1 or 2 p.m. Just so I have the afternoon for myself and for doing other stuff, and because of that I have to get up really, really early, and so I go to bed really, really early, probably around 9 every day, if there's nothing to like celebrate and stay up for. Yeah, I do think that's quite an old person thing. Also, I'm really grumpy when it comes to kids. I'm not a kid person, and yeah, I would be the old cat lady, but I'm, as I said, quite incredibly allergic to cats. So yeah, can't be the grumpy cat lady. Also, I'm married, so I also can't be the grumpy cat lady, but you know. 22, do you have hidden talent? No. I'm really not one of those talented persons you see everywhere. I try everything. I do a lot of things. I mean, I'm sewing, I tried cosplaying, which I really, really loved. I just don't have the time and money for at the moment. But yeah, I don't think I have any hidden talents, really. Question number 23, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And to be honest, I think the only real thing I would love to see myself in 5 years is that I'm happy. Yeah, I'm not really a planning person of what is supposed to happen, because to be honest, I don't think those things ever happen. I don't really love making plans for things that far in advance, because you never know what you're gonna do. Would I love to live in the countryside in 5 years and maybe to own a place? Yeah, this is in any form doable. Probably not, because it's fucking expensive to buy a house or property in Germany, and to be honest, I don't have a job that pays enough. But yeah, I would just maybe have a job that I enjoy a little bit more, work to live, just so that I can really, really do my hobbies and don't have to work all day. That would be nice. Yeah, I also see myself doing this channel in 5 years, because I mean, I'm only on YouTube for like 2 months now, I don't know exactly, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, I don't have a lot of like things that I would absolutely love to be able to do in 5 years. Maybe a second dog. Sadly, our current housing company seemingly doesn't allow 2 dogs. A lot of people around us have 2 dogs, but we asked them and they told us, no, you can have a second dog. So yeah, sadly we aren't allowed to get our Nero a little brother, which I think is quite the dumb thing. Number 24, share an item and tell us its significance. To be honest, I didn't really know what to show you, so I'm gonna show you this oil lamp. My grandparents from my mother's side, the ones which I really, really love, are both dead now, but when I moved out, my grandpa let me take a few things, and I don't know why, but I just really loved this oil lamp, and so he gave it to me, and I didn't really see him a lot after that, because he got really, really ill, and then Corona came and I sadly couldn't visit him because I live so far away and traveling just wasn't a thing you could do. And yeah, this is one thing I remember him by a lot. He never used it, it was also just like stand-in, and if I could, but I don't have them here currently, I would show you some of his old books. My grandpa loved poetry, and so he would... I could have shared this for the favorite memory, to be honest, so let's just share it here, why not, right? My grandpa loves reading, and he loved reading poetry, like really old German poets, and so every now and then he would just call me up, because he lived in an apartment above where I lived with my parents, in my parents' house, and he would just call me up, and then he just had little sticky notes, or just like on a recipe or whatever, and there would just be lines from poems he found in books, that he thought I would really like reading, and I'm really sad because I haven't kept them. I seem to have lost them once I've moved to Berlin, and that is also a thing that really got me reading again, just because he loved it. And yeah, my mother is bringing me a lot of his old books to Berlin when she comes in December, so I'm thinking about doing a video about that, just because a lot of them are in Old German writing, which is kind of hard to read because we don't learn that anymore in school, because it's it's old and nobody really writes like that anymore. But yeah, he left a lot of books, and I'm gonna keep his favorite poets. Probably gonna read a little bit. He did underline some things he wanted to show me, so maybe I can find some of those things he wrote out for me. They just reminded him of me, and so I can be reminded of him by all of those books. So I would show you those, but I don't have those at the moment, so I will probably show you them once I have them, because I really love to have the ability to have his books, because my mother, once she sorted out his stuff, she was like directly like, do you want to take them, because I know you love them. And so yeah, I get to keep his books. I'm gonna have to make space for them somehow, but yeah, they will get a nice shelf here in my little library. And yeah, and question number 25 is then no tags on people. I'm gonna throw some names on the screen here, just because I'm terribly with names and I just can't remember the people that I want to put up here. But yeah, I will put you on the screen and link you in the description of the video. And yeah, I hope you could get to know me a little bit better here. Some of the questions I didn't quite know what to tell you, but yeah, I hope you liked this video, and please leave a like, maybe subscribe if you liked it, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye!